So, you found love in Costa Rica? Now what? If you're married to a Tico or a Tica, you're probably wondering how to make this beautiful country your permanent home. Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're breaking down the entire process. Yeah, if you found love in the land of Pura Vida, the next big question is always, okay, how do we really make it home? This is your roadmap. We're going to walk you through every single step, from saying I do, all the way to getting that official residency card in your hand. Okay, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll cover what this residency is all about. Then, the big one, your document checklist. We'll look at the timeline, what to expect in the marriage interview, and finally, what life is actually like once you're a resident. All right, let's dive right in. First things first, what is this residency category, and what makes it special? So the official name is a mouthful, but it's basically a temporary residency because you're married to a Costa Rican citizen. But here's the absolute game changer, the most important part: full authorization to work. This is huge. Unlike a lot of other ways to get residency, this one lets you legally work right away. Okay, now for what is, let's be honest, the trickiest part of the whole thing, your paperwork. Seriously, getting this right from the get-go is the secret to avoiding massive headaches and delays down the road. Here's the basic checklist. You're going to need things like your birth certificate, a background check, photos, and of course, the Costa Rican marriage certificate. Now, the list itself looks pretty simple, right? But the devil is in the details, trust me. We're talking about things like official stamps and, you guessed it, deadlines. Okay, you're going to hear this word a lot: apostille. Don't let it freak you out. All it is a special official seal that says your document, like your birth certificate from, say, Canada or the US, is legit and will be accepted here in Costa Rica. It's just a fancy international verification stamp. And listen up, because this is so important. Your documents have a shelf life. Things like your birth certificate and background check are only considered valid for 6 months. 6! If you don't file your application inside that window, they expire, and you have to go get them all over again. What a pain, right? So timing is everything. All right, here's a little curveball that catches a lot of people off guard, and it's a cultural thing. In Costa Rica, it's not common for women to change their last name when they get married. So if you're, say, Jane Smith on your birth certificate, but Jane Brown on your passport, immigration is going to look at that and go, wait, who is this? You have to show them the paper trail, like your marriage certificate, that connects the dots and proves you're the same person. Okay, so you've got your documents. Now let's talk about the timeline. Knowing what to expect here is going to be your best friend for managing your sanity through this process. This is probably the single most important rule of the whole process. You absolutely, positively must file your application before your tourist visa runs out. No exceptions. As soon as you file, you get put into a legal pending status. That means you're good to stay in the country while you wait for the approval, even if your visa expires. So, here's a rough look at the journey. The first 1 to 3 months, that's you, running around getting all your documents translated and apostilled. Then, you file the application. And after that, you wait. Yeah, the processing time can be anywhere from a few months to over a year. Once you get that magic approval, you've just got a couple more steps. Register with Social Security, the CSS, and then you get your official ID card, the DMEX. So yeah, let's just put it out there. From start to finish, from day 1 of gathering papers to the day you're holding that card, you're looking at about 12 to 15 months. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Patience is the name of the game. All right, now let's talk about something unique to this kind of residency. Unlike getting residency as, say, an investor, here you have to prove your marriage is legit. So you might be wondering, how exactly does Costa Rica know that your marriage is the real deal and not just, a way to get papers? Well, it really comes down to 2 main things. First, you and your spouse have to go to an interview together with a social worker from the immigration department. And second, you need to bring evidence. They want to see photos of your life together. You want a vacation with his or her family, with friends. They're looking for proof that you actually share a life. Okay, let's fast forward. You've done it. The approval came through. You have your residency card, your DMEX. Awesome. But what does that little card actually mean for you day to day? You'll notice a little note on your card that says condición restringida, or restricted condition. Now, for you as a spouse, this doesn't mean you can't work. Remember, you can. What it does mean is that your residency is tied directly to your marriage. So if you were to get divorced, you wouldn't be able to renew this specific residency. But don't worry, that's not the end of the story. You hold this temporary residency for 3 years, and you have to renew it every year. But after 3 years, you can apply for permanent residency, and that is a game changer because permanent residency is not tied to your marriage anymore. You're independent. And hey, for those who are really looking to put down roots, there's an even faster option for something even bigger. After just 2 years of being married and living in Costa Rica, you can actually apply for full-on citizenship. So there you have it. It's definitely a process, right? A journey filled with paperwork, patience, and a whole lot of waiting. But now you have the map. The only question is, are you ready to take that Pura Vida love story and make it a permanent home?